Welcome everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And in today's video, this little quick video, this quick message, I'm sure you all saw the thumbnail. This is not clickbait in the least, okay? This is serious and it's very real. This photo was taken at our local Walmart, in one of the local Walmarts in the surrounding area. And Mr. H went to try to find some lids to see if they had Mr. H went to see if they had some canning lids. Because remember, we're all on the lookout for these lids, right? And we did a video recently called Good Looking Out, because we are on the hunt for lids for us. But we were also going to post it to share with you all that may live in our area, to let you know where you can find some lids, right? So Mr. H today went to a Walmart. In that photo, that's a real photo, and you could see the lines on the floor where the shelves used to be, right? It just was a whole, just aisles missing. So I told him, I said, well, we're not going to just assume anything. We're going to ask a question. He asked the first person. The first person said, they don't know why they took it away. They just cleared the floor of it. And they're going to be putting some boxes or something there. You know how they normally would put the really big bins in the middle of the floor with all this, like dump bins, right? So that was in the area where the shelves were. So he went a little further and he asked somebody else. And he said, yeah, they took it away. We don't know if they're going to bring it back. Or no, we don't know when they're going to bring it back, or if they're going to bring it back. We don't know. Okay. So you're saying you may or may not get any more canning supplies in? We have no idea. Yeah. So, you all, this video is going to answer a few of your questions. I've been getting questions about what do I do? I can't find one lid in this box, right? I can't find lids. I'm always finding jars, but I can't find any lids. How am I going to can my food? People, if you are blessed to find jars come with lids. I know it's going to be more expensive. I get it, because all you really need is this. You probably don't need any jars. All you need is this, right? But if it comes down to it, and you got to be able to put your food away, you can't freeze everything. Right? And most of us don't have a freeze dryer. Many of us don't even own a dehydrator. All we have is a canner, because we just got into canning, right? We just bought our canner. We just bought our canners, right? A lot of us did. So if a lot of us just bought canners, and a lot of us are brand new to canning, well, we're just getting into food preservation. So we probably don't have dehydrators and freeze dryers and food savers and things of that nature, right? But you have your canner, either water bath, pressure canner, or both, but you have something. Now listen, if you can't find these, then buy these. They come with a lid. They will come with a lid. Okay? See, it's better to get this and do something. You're going to have some jars that you probably don't need right now, right? But in truth, can you really have too many canning jars? If you're going to be getting into food preservation long term, can you really, really have too many of these? Because, you all, things happen to your jars. Sometimes they break in the canning process. Sometimes the rims get nicked. Sometimes we drop them and break them. Sometimes we have to use them for other food products. Like, for example, I use my jars, my little jars, for my spices. They all have lids on them. Look at there. They all have lids on them. And if push come to shove, I will take these babies right on off of here and replace them with other caps, right? Either like this that came off the Parmesan cheese bottle. One of our subscribers gave me this great tip about this, and I was like, wow, I didn't even think about that. But they do fit. They are a little bulkier, but they fit, right? And then you have these kind of lids. They're a little bit bulkier, but they will fit, right? So if push comes to shove, and see, I have seasonings in here. I need to make some more. This is my taco seasoning. We're going to be using this tonight, actually, because I'm going to be making some lamb taco bowls tonight for dinner. And this is my homemade taco seasoning, and I have a recipe for that, I believe, and I could put that in the cards if you want to see that. This is just a homemade taco seasoning, but you see the lid that I have on here. So I'm transitioning from using these lids to these, and then of course the plastic one right here that I just showed you, right? Because every lid is counting right now. And I'm telling you, and I would never tell y'all to do this, but I do it. If I can jams and jellies and things of that nature, and when I open a jar, if that lid looks like this is a brand new lid. If that lid looks like this, Mrs. H is about to clean that up really good. I'm going to wash it really good. I'm going to inspect, look at that, I'm going to inspect that gasket around there. I'm going to look at it. And if I cannot tell a difference between the old one and the new one, you best believe I'm keeping it. I'm putting it inside of my little plastic bin. My little plastic bin says use lids. I don't get them confused. It says use lids. I don't do that when I'm processing meat. For some reason, I will not do that with meats. If I open a jar of meat, I don't care what the lid looks like. I toss it. Okay? That's with meats only. Meats and butter, things like that, I toss that lid. But everything else, vegetables, jellies, jam, fruit, if that lid looks good, I'm not throwing away my lid. I'm going to keep that lid. And when I can some more fruit, I will be reusing that lid again. And I have not had a problem so far. Out of all the years I've been doing it, I have never had a problem with those jars sealing. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you what I do. Okay? So you all, please, look. If you see jars somewhere and you need lids and you know you can't find them, then get them. And if you have all the lids you need, but you happen to wander into a store in your area that has a ton of lids, then please, y'all, post that in the comment section of any video that we post. It doesn't matter what the topic is, because maybe somebody in your area is willing to drive to where you are, even if it's like 30, 40 minutes away. If they need them lids, they come in to get them. And if you share that information, nobody has to be hungry, right? And I know I get those emails. Why do you tell people that? You have got to. making me some tea. You have got to look out for you. Don't be sharing that information with people, because if you share it with people, then what are you going to do? Let me tell you something. See, if my neighbor don't have it and I do, that's going to be a problem. If I got it and I know my neighbor is doing the same thing I'm doing, I'm going to be like, hey, go check this out. That way we can be prepared together. The community can be prepared. Because if the community is prepared, then you don't have to worry about people knocking at your door asking you if you got something you can spare. So it's best to help the community. It's best to look out for one another. And if we all can motivate one another, encourage one another to start putting food away for a hard time. Okay? Natural disasters happen all the time. And some people in those disasters don't have so much as a bottle of water, let alone something to eat. We watch people be in lines trying to get food after disasters take place because they don't have anything stored in their home. And when they try to go to the supermarket to get it, well, now the supermarket is limiting what you can buy because it's so many people. So you might be able to only get one can of soup or one bag of beans. You got to consider, look, we have to consider one another, okay? We have to try our best to help and educate one another. I have a lot of fun on this channel. Mr. H and I, we have such a good time. We love sharing information. We love making people laugh because that's just who we are. We like to have a good time. But in all seriousness, you all, the primary reason for our channel is to help somebody. Is to perhaps encourage somebody to start growing your groceries and then start preserving what you grow. That's really our primary objective here, is to be a help to somebody. Yeah. So sharing with you, that's what we're going to do. And maybe we can do that with one another. Okay? Because in seriousness, look, if I encourage you, motivate you to do this for yourself, if I try to push you, look, go on and grow your own food. Look, start canning your own food. If you got to buy it and can it, do what you got to do. See, I'm telling you this. I'm being repetitive with this. Why? Because Mrs. H can't feed you. Your neighbors can't feed you. Your friends can't feed you if they got families. They cannot take care of you. You have to take some responsibility for yourself and your family, for the elderly in your family, for the elderly in your community, for the disabled. You have to take some responsibility. We have to take responsibility for ourselves and those who are unable to do for themselves. That is an obligation. For those, and trust me when I say, for those of you who understand where I'm coming from, then by all means. And if you don't understand where I'm coming from, then maybe this conversation ain't for you. Okay? Maybe this message is just not for you. And I get that too. So yeah, Mrs. H is I'm serious right now. I'm being very serious right now because that image Can you imagine the people like, what a jar is it? Y'all not gonna have no more canning jars? We don't know. Wait, what do you mean you don't know? Don't y'all get stuff in? We don't know when or if we will ever get this again. So y'all, I just wanted to put this out there and encourage you to get what you can. Get what you can while you can, and do the best you can to grow your food or purchase your food, but put your food away for a hard time, okay? And these times are getting harder and harder. So please do the best you can for yourself and the people that you love and your children. Nobody wants to watch their babies go hungry. No one does. All right, y'all? So that's going to do it for this video for today. I had to share this with you. I really did. And I do hope that this was helpful to some of you. And I do hope you understand now why I feel it is so important for us to share, to try to help one another. I hope you understand why. See, that scripture comes to mind, and I'm not going to go into that scripture too deep. But see, when the disciples asked Jesus, look, when were you hungry? And we fed you not. And he said, inasmuch as you have not done this unto the least of these, my brothers, then you have not done it also unto me. This information is the food you need. This is feeding you. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is feeding you so that you can do something for yourself. And you'll be able to help those who can't help themselves. All right, y'all? That's it. I just wanted to share that tidbit of information with you. Please get what you can while you can, all right? If you haven't done so, give our video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video we upload to our channel. Thank y'all again for watching Homestead Heart. We have certainly been praying for everyone in the path of this storm. Our hearts are out for you all. Our hearts and our prayers are with you all. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next video.